Hello world, WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. Now looking at the engines, it seems like that they're actually finally getting their water supplies at least fully managed for now. We might have to see how it is later on, but it seems like it's going at a nice little pace at least. Seeing water almost done, and also the fuel is finally at its highest point for all of them. So most of the fuel will now go into this auxiliary tank, and we can actually store a bunch of our fuel that we will need in the future. Now, what I'm going to want to do is actually get our quarry to actually, how many times can I say actually? To bring all of the items into a nice little storage area. Now the storage area, the thing we're going to have to be careful of is to manage to have everything fitted in a nice little area. So for instance, we want to have it in a manageable room where we can sort everything. Now this is going to probably require our 2 remaining diamonds to make some diamond pipes, unfortunately, since we do not have any red power or their attributed sorters. And we're also going to need to manage to procure some other stuff. I can probably go into more details in that later on. But what I think I'll do right now is just set up a nice little perimeter out of all of this nice cobblestone. We'll want to change this into smooth stone eventually, but for now, put a nice boundary of where our other rooms will be. Now I'm thinking right now we should make at least a small sorting room for now, so get it out here and put a few chests. It's not going to be as big as some of the other rooms, so we don't need to occupy too much of an area. I'm thinking we can go with maybe 12. Now the thing about the sorting room, if we are to get one of those done, let's see, this is 11. If we are to get a sorting room, we need to have a nice back area so that the pipes can just go through without having to worry too much. Not really just explaining stuff very well, am I? Get back! Back, I say! Back, back, back! Okay, so let's see what we can do here. I'm thinking the base room will be a nice 15 by 15. That'll give us enough breadth to sort everything that we need to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that'll mean it'll be ending here with the wall going out like that. So 15 in that direction, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and it'll go out like that. That seems good, and we'll have a doorway right here so that we can get everything nice and ringed. So we're just going to want to bring this out all the way. Do we have any cobblestone afterwards? No, we do not. So I'm guessing we're going to have to settle with a lacking cobblestone situation, or we can just make some more smooth stone by smelting a lot of cobblestone and then getting our floor done as well. Let's see how much we have. We are... let's just go with this. We'll finish the wall, or at least a section of the wall, and then we'll have a nice little archway going here. And there we go. There's our archway for the sorting area. La 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 la. Okay. Here we are. Now we're going to want to clear all of the grass away. We don't have any glass here, so we don't have to worry about that. Yes, horrible pun, I know, but it's not even a pun. How can I say it's a horrible pun if there has not been a pun made? Back. So this is our area. We're going to have a lot of chests, and I'm thinking we'll sort it by the bottom this time. So when we go through, we'll have iron chests to start off with, and we'll have the basic, how do we explain this? The basic materials that we're going to sort. So let's take all of these and make a bunch of chests, and we'll turn all 5 of these into iron chests. Haven't made any iron chests before. So here we go. 5 iron chests for our taking. Wahaha. And yeah, I think that will be a perfect size once we get everything said and done. So, let's see. Our sorting room, the thing that will actually sort everything, I think will have nice and underneath, so that we don't have to worry too much about anything such as, pipes going everywhere, which would be a real annoyance. So let's get under here, and now we're going to need to make a few portals, obviously, once we have the stuff underneath. So we're also going to figure out what we want to sort and which first. Now, I don't think automatic smelting is currently in my best interest, since there's nothing, well, I don't have the infrastructure to automatically smelt things, so I think what I'll do is just have a simple thing where it'll all go into one area. So to make things a little easier, I think a crafting table here as well will be good. Let's have a nice wall here and get ourselves situated. Now we are going to unfortunately need a lot of diamond pipes for this. And we'll need 1 each here. Of course I need blocks around it so that I can work at it. Now what are we going to want in each of these? I think before we can get anything like that, we're going to need to figure out other things such as, well, we are going to need a little more than just these diamond pipes. Diamond pipes only have so much that they can filter. They can filter only 9. Ooh, that's a good idea. That might work. What I'm thinking of doing is actually getting some sort of recycler thing, so a huge recycler network to be able to handle basically all of the raw junk that we're going to have. So all the cobblestone and sand, mostly, that's what we're going to receive. We can just send off to something that will recycle all of it, turn it into scrap, and that will be a good use for it. So we're going to need to make a few recyclers. I'm thinking 3. So we're going to need 11 refined iron per, so we're going to need 33 refined iron, everything said. So let's start refining our iron, sort our inventory again, and we're going to need to get the remainder of it. Do we have any glowstone with us right now? Did we even collect any glowstone? I'm gonna have to check into Overworld to be able to figure that out. So glowstone, glowstone, glowstone. Wherefore art thou, glowstone? We got glowstone and we got fancy pants. We should really charge up our fancy pants. We have nothing else to charge up, so we might as well get those done. Hooray, hooray, hurrah, hurrah. So I'm not sure about you, but currently I cannot find any iridium ore, and that's a main thing I'm going to have to find eventually. Ooh, those fancy pants are going to take a lot of our EU. So let's only take that much and we'll be good. So I'm thinking of perhaps enabling the mass fabricator. It was disabled using Gregorius Tech, but maybe re-enabling it will be better for, well, my sanity. Though that's up in the air and depends on what you guys feel like doing. Worst comes to worst, I bite the bullet and have to use what? Is it 10 or is it 20? I'm not sure. 10 or 20 of that annoyingness. nest that we're gonna have to handle. 10 or 100 million EU, which is going to be a lot more than I originally said. Okay, so this we don't need, or that anymore. We have a lot of useless iron junk that we're going to have to handle. But to get our system at least partially running, not even getting the recyclers yet, I think what we should do is at least hook this up so that all the other nameless junk just gets sent into... We can worry about the diamond pipes later. That stuff we can easily add upon after we get everything else. But we are going to need to get our basic Mistcraft portals to deposit the stuff as well. So we have to get that, at least a nice small area for that. Thankfully, most of this is dirt, so it's going to be a lot faster, though it will take a lot of the energy. So let's clear out this area, and then we can get our quarry started with some of the energy that we have stored up. Okay, it seems like I have just enough string, and we will have enough of this as well. We probably will need to maybe handle all the rest of the stuff, such as we need to get 2 more stone pressure plates. So we're going to have to, once again, cook up some of our smooth stone and get that working. Now we are running dangerously low on our EU energy. We are currently just, making a lot of charcoal. So that's going to help power our stuff, but we are going to need a much more renewable source than just the charcoal. Rather, we need some method to actually obtain or take all the wood that we managed to get from our tree farm once it's up and running and convert it directly to charcoal to fuel all the rest of the stuff. Let's put that in. We are even. So, 2 pressure plates. And we are going to need some detectors for the items. So such like this. No, this. Haha. And we're going to need to make some bows. So is this enough? This is enough. Yes, it is. So here we go. Bow and bow. Put that away. And we're going to need to make the dispensers. Like so, and so. And now we'll have 1 item loader and 1 item unloader. And I actually had them in the right order. Who would have thunk it? Okay, so we're going to also need our tracks as well. So let's just place this. This will unload all of the items into something like right here. Unload. And then it'll need to be pumped directly into our chests, which are over here. So just get them over and here. Now we are going to want to eventually get rid of the refuse via a diamond pipe, but we don't have anything else currently to just send it to, so we'll just put the pipe there for show right now. And we'll have our gold pipe that'll happily send everything along. So let's dump a lot of our spare inventory in here so that we can get the rest of this working. Such like that. And we're going to need to get 2 more leather and 2 more books. 2 more leather to make 2 more books. Yes, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. And the water is now completely full. So now this won't waste power, but transmit it readily. How much energy do we have stored there? We have a lot stored. So I'm thinking for safety issues and for issues of too much energy lost, we'll just put it like that. We have almost a fully energized energy cube, and we can get that working very well once we actually have it set. We are getting quite a bit of fuel. That is good. Considering that we only have 1 refinery, I think we're going pretty well in that regards. Now, we need our forestry stuff, so let's go and get... this might come in handy, though I doubt it. We're going to need some rails and booster rails and holding tracks. We're going to need 2 holding tracks and 2 booster rails, as well as the other stuff. Okay, so we have 12 advanced rails. I don't know why it was like that, but oh well. Here we go, and this should be a sufficient amount. So I'll go out, find some cows, and kill them. I think there's some in our crystal age, and then we should be good. Also, I'm going to need to reintroduce the extractor, because currently it's not doing anything. Here we are again. Home, sweet, blue-skied home. I think I definitely chose right. Anyways, let's chit-chat or stop with the dilly-dally or whatever the heck you want to call it. And we got that, and we're going to need to put that there. And I think a lever will come in handy. Ooh, that's not a good placement of that lever, is it? There instead, that'll work. And we're going to need 1 linking book here. And where shall we get that? So, okay, here's a linking book. We got times domain. We're going to need to put a nice receptacle there. And then eventually block that thing off so that it's not a complete eyesore. Okay, so crafting table. Going to need to craft something magnificent and also get rid of some of our useless junk that's clogging. More useless stuff. Hooray, hurrah. Oh, that's what I was going to craft. The crystal receptacles. So we're going to need 2 of them. And 1 of them will go onto here, obviously. Going behind, like so. Place this, and that'll be good once we actually link it. Now we're going to need to go to the quarry age, place another one, make another crystal portal, and then we should be good to get this quarry up and running. Now I did a little of my own research. I actually basically just kept this running a bit just to get the overall layout, but not much else happened, so let's get this. Now, I'm going to want an item loader to load all of it out, so I will need it to go out, and we're going to need a pipe to get that all out. So, crafting bench once again, and somehow I end up with a full inventory every time I link, which is a little disconcerting, honestly. So, we will need some standard pipes, so cobble. And we'll have it go here. No, go here. So we'll link here, and then we'll want to have the loader here. So that means the pipe will go out like so. Into there, load it. We'll need the tracks. And 1 more here. And then all that's left to do is to make the crystal portal like so. Crystal portal here, and then we're going to need to link it to times domain. Oops. That's good. Hope I got the right book in there. Huh. Something's up. Where's my other book? Hello, other book. Huh. There you are. Somehow it glitched. I don't know what happened. Okay. Now we're going to need 2 more things. We're going to need 1 more lever. Not leather. Lever. Place it here. And actually, let's place it on the other side, because I'm not sure how it interacts with our cube once we place that down. I think it'll be nice. Be nice to it, please. We got that, and we just need our linking book to go right here. And also, probably wait until it's stocked. And linking book we'll make right here, obviously, like so. Bring it out and put it right here. Ooh, I thought of that through very well, didn't I? Okay, gonna need to obviously go back here. Hopefully there's no lag due to that annoying process. But I cannot really count my chickens before they hatch, can I? So we're gonna need some more pipes. And it seems like the onset of lag, due to probably some mismanagement with the linking mechanics or having a subpar computer. Let's just go with linking mechanics. Blame it on someone else. Nah, XComp is cool. He's good, he's good. Don't need to blame it on anyone else. Okay, block there. There we go, and there we go. So we got that all linked up, so we'll go to that chest for now. And we'll want to wait until everything's out. Hopefully this works now. All that we'll need to do is test it. So to first test it, we're going to need to make another cart. And this time we'll make it a storage cart. To properly test it, I'm just going to relog into my client because I don't want it to get marred too much. So be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, we're also going to need to go and check the other area. So we're going to actually need to wait until we actually power the quarry up. So we're going to need to go there right now. Okay, that's waiting. That's good. That's what we were waiting for. And place this down, but change it so that the max output is like 10. And then everything's going to fill up into our thing right there, and we're going to have a lot of sand junk. But that's not too much of an issue, honestly. So we can keep this going. It'll keep on working. We'll be good. Hopefully we find some better stuff than just the sand. Hopefully. It'd be very lovely if we actually do. Now I'm thinking we're going to want to make some more energy cells than what we currently have. Though I don't think we're going to need to worry too much on that front. So let's go back to our age. And then once that works fully, or once we get everything else working better, we'll be able to fully test it and actually get a floor in this area, because that will be very lovely. Now we're going to need to get some more diamonds to be able to get some more good stuff than what we currently have. And obviously the lag is starting to set in a bit, so I'm probably going to have to do something a bit more drastic than what I had. So half there, half there. Let's put half of you in there and half of you in there. So what I think we should do next is get some recyclers going, put them on this wall so that all the dirt and sand and all the general junk will go into the recyclers. We'll recycle them and have a nice healthy supply of scrap with which we can work with. Now we should organize it so that, like say, we can have all the ores in here. Since we do have a nice healthy assortment of ores, we can then have all the dust go in another area, and lapis and all of that. So that should be easily managed, considering that we have these healthy sized chests with us. So let's get started on that. Okay, I think it's definitely time to make those 3 recyclers. I think 3 is all we're going to need for now. So 3 shall suffice. Did I say 3 was good? I think I did say that many times already. Okay, so shut up, Way, make some stuff, do some actual crafting, you know. Hey, I want that. Thank you, and thank you. We got our electronic circuits. And then we can make all of our other stuff that will be required. I believe the compressors that are required to make it will need smooth stone. And the circuit should be on the bottom, right? Yep, so 3 compressors. And we're gonna need more than 3 dirt. And recyclers. Okay, so these recyclers we're going to want to place so that they can receive energy eventually when we send out a wire to do so. I'm thinking what we should do is have the wire come out such like this. So golden wire, maybe you can transform it so that there's less energy loss, but that means we're going to need to require 2 transformers. So let's make another doorway into here. So we'll be able to go between the rooms, and that will be a little efficient. And we'll put the 3 recyclers here. Now it does need to be loaded on the top, and maybe some hoppers will do wonders, but it doesn't really matter, honestly. So pipes we'll need, and we're going to need some energy. So energy I think we'll bring through via the bottom. That'll probably be our most efficient solution, at least. Okay, there we go. And let's get out there. Such like that. Okay. So some wires. Now we don't want to lose too much energy, so I'm thinking the best bet would be to make a bunch of golden wires. No, that's going to be a lot more. Maybe we could actually move those so that they're next there. Too much work. Could have a dedicated generator, or we can leave them such like that until we actually have some idea whether we're actually going to get some items through this method. Let's actually check the quarry, see how well it's doing. Still have a lot of energy going, and that's all pretty much sand right now. So once that goes out, that will be pretty disastrous. So we're going to want to pretty much jettison it out right away to another location. So I think bringing our gold pipes over again, or let's dig down to see where we need stuff. So we can't put anything in there, so it doesn't matter that way. So just going up like so. Yeah. This will be good. Let's make our way over this way. We should be able to meet up with the rest of the area, assuming we don't hit the portal, which we happen to do, which is always a fun thing to happen. So we're actually going to need to have a diamond pipe maybe there instead. So don't separate it there, but separate it over here instead. So then we'll have this going out this way. It's going to need to go around the block to stop. Well, the stop block needs to go around the stop block, or it can go around this way, which is probably a bit more efficient. Here we go. There we go. So we're just going to need a few golden pipes and some cobblestone pipes, and also a void pipe. That shouldn't be too difficult to make. So cobblestone, and bring our gold pipes around, and then we can have the recyclers going on at a constant, rate. Nothing in there. We got smooth stone in there. That'll be a good. Let's use smooth stone pipes instead, so that we're at least a little more speed efficient and don't have to use the golden pipes as overzealously. So where's our gold pipes? There. 4. That will be sufficient. Also, where's our ink sacks? Do we have any ink sacks with us right now? Yes, we do. So redstone, ink sacks, and that will be able to make the void pipe, which will pretty much delete everything else that is not taken up. And since the sand is going to be a resource that we're going to squander anyways, there's not much of a reason to not do that. Okay, here, now make a void pipe using that, and we got a void transport pipe. So let's get this stuff actually going. So go like that. It'll need to go out for a bit. Then I think one like that, then it'll go up, and of course around. Might want to make it a little more around like this so that it's not as horrible to the eye. So bring it around, place another gold like that. I'm not sure what the mythical, magic, or awesome number will be required. And I don't think you can actually get anything like that, so I think this should be okay. So anything that does not go into those recyclers will go and get avoided. So all the sand will just disappear since we don't really need too much sand right now. We can just easily mine or steal some of the sand when it's ready. Okay, speaking of which, the sand's here. And obviously we have to pump the stuff out instead of just having it jettisoned out. Which I thought it actually jettisoned. But I'm guessing not. Is there any easy way to just pull the stuff out without having to do it one at a time? Because it looks like at this rate we're going to have to pull the stuff one at a time, which is just a bit of a pain. So we'll need a wooden pipe. We'll have to change the gold to there and there instead. And wooden pipe here might be sufficient, I think. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, so need to get a wooden pipe down and a few engines. I think 3 to keep it nice and orderly. So do I have my wooden pipes over here? Yes, I do. And I do think I have 4 engines currently doing nothing but gathering dust. 4 engines. Okay, so let's get those. And our wooden pipe. Do we have a wooden pipe? Yes, we do. Okay, so hopefully this works a bit more eloquently. It's going to take a while to warm up, so we might have to do something a little more dramatic. The faster we do this, the better, though. Okay, so we got that. We're going to need to get our other stuff, so let's get some levers. So one here, and one we're going to need to power underneath. And we're actually going to need to put something in the red slot, so sand in the red slot. There. So all the sand should go that way, and we need to power this through the bottom. So it might not go the fastest right now, but it should get there eventually, and we'll get all of the stuff to go in. Now, I hope the buffer in the other area is not too bad, so let's see if we can actually push this out of the way for now. So let's activate it, send it along its way so it can gather some more stuff, maybe some actual useful stuff, and for some reason it's getting, we're going to need an iron pipe to make sure that it's going only one way, because currently it's getting sent backwards for some reason. Not sure why. Maybe when we actually observe it, we'll be able to determine why that is. But for now, we'll just get it like this. Okay, let's see. That is not how you do things. There we go. Nice and actually better. So let's get this out of the way and put it in here instead. So now it'll just go through random pipes and we'll have a good assortment. Doesn't look like anything else is worrying right now. It's going slow, but that's to be expected right now. And all the stuff that can't go in there is just getting caught. So there we go. Can't load anything into the buffer. That much isn't surprising. Let's get this. Did something get sent back also? How? That's what I want to know. Okay, I'm going to have to check up there and wait for one of them to get sent back, and if it does, I'll be able to tell you what's happening. Ah, I had an extra pipe here, that's why. So now with removing that pipe, oh gosh, I'm caught. And now the pipe's gone. So there was a loop making the pipe a little haywire, so with that pipe's removal, we're actually getting a steady flow to go out. Let's actually get out of here. Thank you very much. Gracias. Very, very gracias. Okay, now that that's good, everything will be working. Now we're just going to need some power network to manage to get everything, powered, which might be a nice little thing to happen, but currently it's working well enough as it is. Speaking about power, how well is our engine? And I am out of power myself. That is a little disheartening. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Okay, that is not what I want to lapse into. Got a huge amount of power. There's too bad there's no way to transport these energy cubes into energy cubes. That's a nice name. Too bad there's no way to transport the energy cubes into the other area, because that would be very efficient. And obviously I cannot do efficiency very well, because eventually this is going to run out. It looks like it ran out right now. No, it didn't. It's just stalled for some unknown reason. Oh, yes, that's done. So it's going to just send the rest of the stuff in the buffer now. But it's going to be a very slow buffer. And hopefully nothing else gets sent back. Though it doesn't seem like we can do anything in the meantime to rectify that. So what I'm probably going to need to do is clear out this area a bit better than what I currently have, and focus on more pressing matters, such as getting a better, well, two things. We're going to need to get a better industrial craft energy thing over there, and we're also going to need a more efficient method to make energy over here. I'm thinking maybe doing a biofuel thing instead of the fuel. Though considering I have 70 buckets, there's not anything else. Or we can go steam power, which will be more efficient than any of them, because we can just use this pump to go to the steam boiler, and we can use the fuel that will be made using that. Now we are going to use a lot of steel in that creation, so that means we're going to need to get a lot more of our charcoal and or coal coke. So probably a good idea would be to deconstruct our creation in the other overworld, which is going to be a simple matter, and then fuel it with a lot of the leftover coal that we happen to have. That shouldn't be too bad, so let's do that. How much do we have in here? We have 27. That is a nice round number. So 9 of those, and we have just enough. And some charcoal. So throw you in. We'll get the remainder of our creosote oil, and then we can bring this creosote coal coke thingamabobber over to the overworld, and then use it to make a lot more actual coal coke, and it'll be a lot better. Now the only major thing we're going to have to worry about is figuring out the best way to fill this up and take all the coal coke once it's done. Maybe you can just get a nice Arctic gate or something similar. We don't have the diamonds for our Arctic gate, so that's kind of out of the question, so no point even thinking like that. There we go. But for now, just manual stuff like that should be easy enough to pull off. So we don't have any more creosote oil there, but that's to be expected. I'm not even sure how much oil we have left in that oil well over there, because we do have a big amount. Gonna need a lot more energy than this for our quarry, and I think our quarry is definitely going well enough. Huh. Did I see a thing bounce? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, so we can keep those going well and true and alive. I think it's at a fast enough pace at any rate. So how much sand do you have? You have a lot of sand, don't you? He has sand in places that I do not like to have. Just think that for a moment. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. I think for the next time, I'm going to actually get that tree farm and all the other machines running. Perhaps maybe have it run off of something that I like to call magic. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.